Welcome back to the Culture Currency. Look at all of this silver. Beautiful, beautiful, amazing amalgamation of different things. This is a long overdue video, and I am sorry for that because we're sitting here filming this on the 14th of September. And truth be told, I've been hanging on to this for about 2 weeks, but things have been really crazy here. But I have it for you now. This is what we picked up this month in September from Longhorn Gold and Silver, and you're going to want to pay attention because there are some giveaway items that we are adding to our crab thanks to Pete over at Longhorn Gold and Silver. He cares about you so much that he gives me free things on occasion to give away to build this audience because he really does believe in what we're doing here, which is just fantastic to hear. Such an amazing guy. So before we get to where we are, let's talk about where we have been. Some amazing items this year. Pete is a guy, if you don't know, if you've never been to his shop, he is somebody that will actually give you something like this gold buffalo, or not gold, he'd give you this silver buffalo, just like he'd give you this. This is a graded Philharmonic, and he gave it to me at the same rate as standard generic silver, which is fantastic. It's what he does because he makes money on things moving across his counter. He cares more about that than he does necessarily the mintage or anything like that. So you can get some amazing things. For example, I traded 5 silver generic coins for this. This is from the land of Tonga. It is an Olympiad coin, 5 ounces here. I traded 10 ounces of generic for this, a 10-ounce kookaburra. Are you kidding me? Extremely low mintage, beautiful coin. This being a 2015, just fantastic. It is a place you got to get out to because you just never know what you're going to go over there and find. In fact, he had a European gold coin that he was selling at melt value just because he didn't want it to go to the refiner because it could sit for 3 to 4 weeks looking for a buyer, and he just doesn't have the inventory space to let that sit. So that being said, if you're in the area of North Texas, make sure you go out and see Pete at Longhorn Gold and Silver. Here's a 1776 poured bar we've got from him. We've got a 2-ounce kangaroo. All of this we bought basically right above spot. We've got a mark, the classic A mark. We've got a Scottsdale right here, Scottsdale Lion. Many of you know that one. Here's Holy Land Mint Jerusalem. Holy Land Mint Jerusalem, really cool. We actually picked those two up from APMEX on a sale. We've got 2 MS69 Austrian Philharmonics graded, you see with IGC, and 1 MS70 amazing kangaroo, which I traded generic silver in for. Why not, right? Then 1 month to get to $100. I was at like $80 because it was 40 an ounce. He gave me a silver bicentennial set right here, which is awesome stuff. So this is actually a little bit over half an ounce in silver, and it's some of the beautiful imagery we find on our coinage. Really cool stuff there. We also this year, and in fact just a month or so ago, started a tube of silver for both of my children. So every month we're going to add them a little bit too, and then when they're 30 or 40 years old, they'll have maybe 1,000 ounces sitting there and get to know what to do with. So what did we get this month? Well, great question. First things first, I got to pick up 3 pieces right here. The first of which is a Christmas teddy bear. Gorgeous there. Got some toning to it, which we all love. I believe there's a year on this. Yes, 1992. It says Baby's First Christmas on it. So that's one that we got this month. Let me move it over here. We also got this really interesting one. So if you know anything about this, let me know. I'll zoom in for you. Try to get our, there we are. You see totem pole, it's got a lot of the totem poles sitting there. We have a year there in 1988. Right here it says AMC, which I'm pretty sure I know what that is, but I'm not positive. So let me know in the comments if you know. Gorgeous reverse, by the way. Really cool, interesting one, the totem pole. And we also got a Canadian. All of these were $40, which was around, let me get the number right. That would have been, spot was $39.24. So we paid 76 cents in premium on these. And we see that whenever the value of silver goes up, the premium tends to go down. Look at that. The old bear. I believe this one is the grizzly and not the polar. But it's really hard to tell sometimes when we don't have color. Gorgeous coin there. So those were the three that I got this month, with the exception of the giveaway, which we'll talk about here shortly. But my son, to add to his tube, he wanted this boat. So this is the Honest Value Never Fails round. Many of you have seen this, the U.S. Constitution, I believe is what it is. Gorgeous piece there. My daughter, she wanted the angel, the little Christmas angel, with some toning, of course, because that's how we roll. Gorgeous little coin there, this being a 2009. And my kids are very young, but my daughter had a birthday, and she wanted another silver coin. So I went out and got her one, and she wanted this one. Not necessarily because there's a leaf on it, which she did like, but the fact that it has a queen. Yes, if you know anything about little girls, princesses and queens are kind of a thing. And so being that this lady's face, Miss Queen Elizabeth, was on almost every single coin that was an American, it seems like, this was a nice one to pick up for her. So we got her a little maple. So amazing things there from Longhorn Gold and Silver. It is a blessing to have him geographically close to me. I'm sure many of you have amazing places by you, and I would recommend you go support those people, because even if sometimes they may not have as good of, let's say, price as you would like, what they're going to have on the other side of that is access. It is nice to have someone physical to have access to these types of things. I'm blessed that I have Pete, who not only gives me the best price I can find, but also obviously access to amazing things. Here's his card, by the way, if you would like to check him out. If you like him so much that you want to leave him a Google review, I'm sure that'll help his business out. I don't know how the stuff works on that. But he also has a eBay page where you can go and buy things you love from him if he happens to have that type of stuff. And I believe it's just Longhorn Gold is his eBay. Let me see if I can find it right here. Yes, Longhorn Gold. So if you go to eBay, you'll see his page, Longhorn Gold, and you can go and find some cool items that might be worth your time. Some of the premium things that might come across, or jewelry that might come across his desk. That's where they land sometimes. So now that you have that, let's go to our crab and look at some things that need to be addressed so that you can have access to try to win some awesome silver. Move this stuff out of the way. All right, crab, come on down. This is one that has been rotating on occasion. We haven't had a winner yet on it. It is a 1986 proof set. Silver proof set. As you can see, we have all the stuff to tell you, yes, this is silver, 0.77 troy ounces of that. So let me go through here and try to open him up for you. There we are. So as you can see, the Liberty coin 1986, gorgeous little piece of coinage here. You've got the $50 and the silver dollar, both amazing. And that will be a giveaway. Not sure if it'll be this month or next month, but we also have this other piece that he just gave me that we just fed the crab with. and that will be available as well. This right here, this is from the Bahamas, and I believe it to be sterling, so 925 if I remember correctly. So I can get a good zoom on it there. That's a little bit better. Oh, nope, it's not liking me. There we go. So gorgeous coin there, 1991. If we look at the back, really cool. Discovery of the New World. And this is an extremely low mintage one, folks. I looked it up, and I think it was either 5,000 or 10,000 of these minted. And this will be a giveaway coin as well. He handed this to me and said, you know what? Why don't you give this to your viewers? Feed the crab, as he says. Really cool. So that means this month, when we have our giveaway, it will be one of these two items. I'll make up my mind here shortly. And the details are below. If you want to know how you can win these things, it's very simple. You're watching my videos, you comment on my videos. I pick a video at random just because I want to. And then I basically choose a comment at random from that video. So if you're watching all my stuff, if you're active and commenting on that stuff, you have a higher chance to win. That being said, here we are at the end of the video. So thank you so much as always for being a part of this channel. And please remember to stay classy and current with the culture of currency.